Okay, so I'm going to give the full brief of everything that was on the task. So to put it simply, you are Canadian Special Forces. On the map is a picture of, or excuse me, not on the map, on the table, there are two pictures of Makarov's kits. He's the only guy wearing that gas mask, and he's also the only guy that has that ridiculous sniper rifle. Otherwise, all of the enemies look very similar to that, so his PID is pretty much that face mask. He is allowed to, once he directly exchanges fire with you, start leaving the AO. There is intel close to where your other objective is that'll show you where he is going. Special rule, there is also, if he kills Atomic, he gets a special vehicle. I kind of want him to kill Atomic because it's a Chad vehicle, but we'll see how things go. But, backstory. So, for those of you that are unaware, this is based off of a quote-unquote true story, but one of our players who was in the Canadian military had TSB assets on his personal computer, and for whatever reason, his CO went on his personal computer and went into TSB assets mod folder specifically, went to a specific PBO that was titled as a Moz and went, this looks like a lot, this looks fuck me. This looks a lot like the Moz from Global Mobalization. So they then went into Global Mobilization's encrypted EBO folders, which means his CO was also able to decrypt them, but I digress. He was then able to confirm that it was indeed a Moz from Global Mobilization, or at least it looked like it. But anyway, this means Makarov was able to decrypt EBO files and put them in TSB mains mod set. Now, for whatever reason, Bohemia discovered this information from the Canadian government, so now they're going to sue the Canadian government. I don't know how they figured it out. That's part of the true story here, quote-unquote. So, you guys are Canadian Special Forces, with your two main objectives of number 1, finding Makarov's laptop, and 2, capturing Makarov alive. You can shoot him dead and then revive him. It'll be okay. So, I'm actually dead serious. This was an admin issue I had to deal with last Tuesday, and now we're doing a meme mop because of it. Because it's stupid. So... Anyway, on the map, you're going to notice there's a red flag with a highlighted area. The laptop is somewhere in there. Also, Bohemia has sent in special reinforcements to help Makarov, and they're all wearing that body armor. So, going down the list, riflemen, you have two different types of ammo. They're both kind of shitty against their body armor, but the AP rounds will penetrate barriers such as walls or second-story buildings, whatever, to hit targets. So if Makarov runs into a building, you can spray that at him and maybe get him. But still, it's going to take anywhere from 4 to 10 body shots to kill a dude, but 1 to 2 in the head. So make sure you use those. Marksmen. You have very limited ammo just towards your kits, but you can 1 to 2 shot in the face or 2 to 4 shot in the chest with your gun. Auto riflemen, you don't have a good scope. You have the MGO, which is a suppression scope, but you can 3 to 6 shot the dudes in the chest or 1 to 2 tap them in the head. Also, you have an assistant, which has spare ammo and a spare barrel for you, so let her rip. Also, your handguns are really just there for show. They're not going to do anything to the enemy body armor, but you can try. Also, you can steal their radios, they can steal yours, but the enemy has already said that they're going to be speaking Ukrainian, so unless you know how to speak that, it's probably not going to be useful. Any questions? Cool.
What's an EPO file?
There are no there's no civilians in the AO. There's 5 vans in there. There's also 2 50 cal technicals. 50 cal will slaughter these people to smithereens. Good luck. Have fun. Oh, and Bohemia might send in their T-72 later, so that's why you also have those HE M136s.
We're not allowed to drop in, like, T-130?
It's locked. I have the keys. It's so Makarov doesn't get it.
Okay.
Like one of your
What the
friends
fuck you want?
Alright. I'll be on 5-0 if you need me. Good luck. Have fun.
What?
Atomic mata ko sa many. Ma.
Checking in on 90.
This is Yanni on 50. Red because blood of our enemies.
Hi. Pick up.
Can I drive or am I? We need to take the other one as well.
What?
490.
Wrong name.
The rest of the team taking the white van.
Get off.
The problem is there's more than 6 of us, and these things fit only 3.
Yeah, if we only have one team,
77.
Van, and then the,
So, like I said in brief, guys, we did have an admin issue to deal with where someone did try to have us remove stuff from TSB assets, and then we also disproved why there was no... Like, first and foremost, you can't decrypt EBO files. There's only a few people in the world that can do that, and there was a mainstream way to do it in the original release of Global Mobalization, but that's been patched out. We don't have any decrypted EBO files in TSV main.
Hey, all squads, this is Echo. We're gonna head over to Skipari
But
and set up and see what's going on.
This is what we've had to deal with, alright? This is the shit you have to deal with when you run a casual community, alright? I could not stand by and not let this become a meme op, like, hot damn.
The Atomic on their team, so it might take a while. No, just come. Jolly copies.
Like I said, it's just... It's ridiculous. And I had to make this T1 exclusive and above because I could only have so many slots for this operation. So by the way, special rules, if Atomic dies, then Makarov gets a special vehicle. And I need to hide myself. Because I need to let them know they are on the way. So I know you guys are speaking Ukrainian, but just to let you know, they have started moving out, so they should be here within a few minutes. That tank should be here in 20 minutes.
Do we know where they how are they coming? Are they
Southern Airfield.
Southern Airfield. Ooh, alright.
Oh, never mind. Плохой план.
План меняем. Alright. Do anything else we need to know or can know?
They've got vans and 2 50 cal technicals, and we have a near full server, so there's like 5 squads. Good luck.
Right. Good luck. Yes. Where can we go before? Where can we be before they arrive?
Anywhere in the red zone. What do you want me to spawn?
Oh no, ignore him. Fucking.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, alright, so anywhere in the red zone, gotcha. Пошли походим, ищем, где можно быть. Я думаю, пойдем на самый...
No, so we have a player in TSB named Makarov. He's been with us for years, but he's also the guy that manages TSB assets, which is our extra mod, where he basically converts a lot of stuff that's broken and janky from Arma 3, as well as imports some of his own stuff, and he makes it playable in the current state of Arma 3 exclusively for TSB. So a lot of the gear he's holding, actually a lot of the gear that all of these guys have is from TSB assets. But I know the MI-26 we use, for example, that's from TSB assets. TSB assets is also getting an update in a week or two because we're updating the TSB main mod set, which is the main one we use in this community. So this is just meant to be a fun little stupid op, but I will be remote controlling some units and taking shots at them. Furthermore, I do plan on bringing reinforcements. Makarov made me 4 base kits. This guy can 2 to 3 shot the players, this guy 2 to 3 shot, this guy 2 shot, and this guy can 1 shot because his ammo type is ridiculous. Even though it's not a big caliber, but it just can, so... It's not perfect, but we can make it all work and balance.
Have any, recon yet?
We're all next to each other. There's no recon to be done here.
Whew. Yeah, no, it's fun to make missions like these.
Into fucking Flamilla.
But again, some extra rules. The laptop they have to secure is in here. Makarov read his escape vector in here. Also, his task was able to work, so it told him that the Bohemian T-72 will eventually show up to help him. And his escape vector is in the form of BKM tugs. So we'll see how things go. Let me make sure you're working, because you're a rescripted Painamajig. And I'd really like it if you could work, but sometimes the AI are dumb. So they just need a simple copy-paste. There we go. So this is a... To break it down, we had to... I had JFAX rescript the chassis turret to Bohemia symbol like they have it in their video. And a few extra things that we saw in a YouTube video that they had. So we also added the flag in. This is just a flag with the retextured PAA file from cupped, I think it's one of the cup mods we use, not cup units, weapons, blah, blah, but it's actually built into cup core terrains. And then it's just attached to the back of the tank. Now, the actual Bohemian tank is a T-72A. This is a B variant. That's because I completely forgot we have 3 CB units, and we actually have access to a T-72A, but by then, it was already a last-minute idea, and then when I checked the last-minute idea, literally last minute of the operation, I noticed that, but I'm like, screw it. It'll be fine. We'll make it work next time. Barb, why aren't you in the op? I thought you'd love to shoot Makarov. But with the amount... Yeah, I mean, it's a valid question, but I think that would just be too unfair. But with the amount of players we have moving, I'm probably going to have some QRF on the side over here. And there's contact. Because even though, like, I was not expecting this many players, we have almost 40 in this operation. Usually these ops are anywhere from, like, around the 30s. Yeah, we just have a major force coming up here. These guys are all camping in buildings. But the trick is the ammo I've given the players isn't that effective against the body armor here, so they have to just get multiple shots, but we'll eventually bring them down. There was one shot to the head. And I'll be remote controlling and being a little rough for a PvP op by my own definition.
Gimme chicken tendies, be they crispy, or from Wendy's.
Barb, what the hell?
Spend my hard-earned good boy points on kids' meal, ball pit, burger joints. Mummy lifts me to the car to find me tendies near and far.
What are you guys currently doing?
Barb, thanks for the 20-month resub and that copy pasta. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this one.
Don't go too far off. Red, don't go too far away.
Alright, we're gonna start tasking this tank to come in, because by then it'll be the 30-minute mark.
The northwest from this marker.
I originally had her doing this all on her own in the mission file, but I would notice out of the 3 tries I did and the 2 I did this morning, she would just get stuck on something. So I spawned her halfway in, past the where she would get stuck. And she should be A-okay. But let's see, these guys are all going to start getting retasked to go down at this angle.
Bravo is away from the MSR, so one squad should at least be looking over. We're gonna head off north.
You just have a massive force coming in. So a little bit of defilade cover over here. Yanni is getting engaged from his right. He's about to get run up on. Meanwhile, there are these 2 technicals waiting back here, and Ems, I think, has a vehicle on his own to the north. And Yanni's in trouble because he's now being flanked on the left and right as this main force now comes up. So Cavasius really close to the players right now. And he is engaging who he can see from that angle. So we just saw a round get launched. Surprised that wasn't a thermobaric. It looks like 2 guys up here sighted Cavasius and are trying to engage. But they are suppressed, so things are going to be a bit worrisome there. Yanni's still caught in the open, getting shot to shit. He needs to move. Nope, he just got tapped. Now we have another force coming up over here. And I'm going to send these guys around. So that rifle fire was from the PSG-1. The technicals are facing an opposite way. I think they're waiting to come around. And I'm going to commit more units from farther away to just come in as QRF. But yeah, this is going to be a rather quick operation, because it's just meant to be a meme. So those technicals can be heard to the north. Mirwell's looking up that vector. Yanni on his own, not waking up. And we have Daring Dan also down up there. And looks like a little bit of a Mascaz situation going on, but they're not covering their right flank. Medic got hit again. But meanwhile, this group is now penetrating up middle. And the left flank group is still stationary right here. So we're just having infantry kind of overextending here. Calum going up forward on his own. Loading AT. I think he's trying to line up a shot.
To ground command, squad leader went down.
Sadly couldn't play. Family stuff comes first, smile.
Oh, cool.
That's fine, Tim. Thanks for the resub, my man. Hope you keep enjoying the ops and hope you get a kick out of this. I'm trying to figure out what Calum's doing at that angle. Now you have Makarov up here. He's firing at the technical. And you're hearing the players now moving up behind Calum.
Okay, Falcon, are you up?
And it looks like Makarov was taking shots, but he's sticking over here.
Are you up?
Are you on the wrong net?
Oh, sorry.
Big Falcon is up now.
So Cavasius just got shot by a 50 cal, I think.
Hi. No, I will fix it.
Yeah, that group is Mascaz. These guys coming up the left flank here, running into these forces. They're getting shot to shit. A little bit of suppression going by, I think because the 50 cal's firing up at this building.
Cal is at the southern edge.
And they're exchanging fire. A little bit of blue on blue crossfire here. Mirwell, meanwhile, going on the left flank.
Inside of the compound.
Yeah, no, Cavasius was just caught out in the open and the 50 cal lit him up. Makarov, meanwhile, still up here in the corner. He's camping it. And Prazi looks like he was on his own, just got shot by Mirwell there, but that's going to distract Mirwell from the other group over here. And now you have this main force breaching in. And you're hearing that 50 cal firing off. Daring Dan, I think, died on that flank, so he disconnects because this was a one life. So his body, yep, there's his body right there, so he's gonna get out. Meanwhile, Makarov looking for an escape vector here. He has it. Just unfortunate Cavasius is down. Now Makarov is going for it, threading the needle here.
Echo right now at a long wooden barn.
And now they're calling the blue on blue, so they're not engaging each other anymore. That's good. But it looks like they found Yanni. They're going to start bandaging him up. And I got this QRF running up to try to cover Makarov. But anyway, there's the EVO files that have been secured. Now they have to find Makarov. Here's the escape vector. This is highest on message.
We got the files, Tiger Man.
Roger. We have to shift now to the secondary objective. Find and capture Makarov. Over.
Copy, kill Makarov.
So Prazi has been dragged away by Mirwell. I think Mirwell's gonna grab Prazi's radio. And Mirwell's still in this. Makarov, meanwhile, pulling back. He's gonna be in the crossfire between the two technicals and these infantry over here, so he has to be careful. But now the Blue 4 guys know Makarov's escape vector. Also, is Atomic still alive? I haven't been keeping track of that. But I haven't seen him disconnect yet. We gotta find Z Atomic, because if he's dead, then Makarov gets a special vehicle. But I assume he's still up. Meanwhile, Makarov getting pushed by a technical. So he's trying to crawl away. And that technical is now pulling back. I think, yep, so Mirwell's trying to cover him. He's taking shots. The other technical was forced to pull back, so they were just on top of Makarov, but unfortunately, because of this angle, they are unable to bleed through.
Right?
5-0 check.
Yes, this is 1 life, as stated earlier.
If our Bravo squad is dead, so I see taking over. Oh yeah, fine.
Alright, so I'm going to remote that guy so they run around. Yanni, unfortunately, he did go on that barn on his own, so he did get hit. But otherwise, Roll and Adrian, thanks for the resubs. And Patriot, thanks for the resub. I hope you all keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this one. Meanwhile, Gunner just went down on the technical. Mirwell probably scoring that kill. Because there's no infantry screen for these technicals, he was able to just get both gunners.
50's no good anymore, fucking idiot.
Well, don't have to be rude, bro. Kill the squad leader. They have.
Now they're bandaging Cavasius.
Give precise locations on 50.
But they didn't need to do that because
Good enough.
We don't
Yanni wasn't he wasn't in enemy territory, but they're, you know, better safe than sorry. Prazi also dying. And Makarov is now backing away. Oh, some hype train thing spawned. Yeah, I don't care about that. We're too busy with the action, guys. But anyway, last remaining group of OP4 are coming in on the flank. These guys, they did have their technicals get busted.
Bravo's got his casualties back up. We're going to be moving west. Guys.
Reminder, 50 is compromised. Do not use 50.
I can't tell them that 50 isn't compromised, though. That would be a bit too meta. But he was able to knock out both these technicals. One of them got armored on the other accidentally. That's a very dangerous thing right there, because it could potentially explode. So they rammed them. That also means if they go up and kill people, I'm not going to fix it. And we still have this QRF coming in now, so it's been a pretty nasty fight overall. I'm going to stand this guy up.
This is like fucking tigerphobia all over again. I hate it so much.
Now it's just a matter of how are they going to get to that escape vector.
In the field.
Yeah, so that was a random AI that was glitched out. That's if a player disconnects from the server once in a blue moon, the server doesn't register it, so it just spawns a NATO AI on top of them. So Mirwell, I think, is now pulling back. They might... Oh my gosh, they're going to steal Ems's van. That is a possibility. I'm not sure if Makarov knows about it, but they could steal that vehicle and just power to the escape point. Also, that tank is now starting to come into this AO. I will remote it.
You good? Okay.
I think they're going to go left. Intel's only good if you know about it, but they do have an escape plan right there. But that T-72 is starting to come into play. She'll probably be booped pretty quickly by the riflemen. But I'm going to have it followed with some QRF, just, you know, out of the blue. Nothing will start being an audible range in just a bit. I'm going to put the tank right there, let the infantry run up.
I didn't really see
But yeah, what Makarov needs to do now is look for those dismount Vics. He was unable to see Ems's. If one of them were to just check behind them, they might be able to see that blue on the back, but that was just a missed opportunity. But I don't blame Makarov because, you know, it can be hard to see through those bushes. So I'm not sure. Kalem should be in audible range of that tank. He might run up and try to make a move on it. That's why I'm trying to have these infantry run up to support. Because I'd hate for, you know, the event to be lost by one rifleman just in a random area. But otherwise, these guys are moving through. I'm willing to bet these guys just walked off and died because they like to walk off the edge and get themselves killed. But looks like the technicals were saved. Medics are still working on people. Z Atomic's right there. He's still alive, so I can't give Makarov his special vehicle, but he might come in to try to make another pass. Alright, I'm gonna respawn these infantry, because this is just them aggroing automatically. Get them a little closer, because the, tank is moving on his own.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Makarov playing this very risky, getting in a building back here. He's got infantry right outside his door. We gotta hope the tank can be distracting enough here. But this is the Bohemian tank here. Let's give it all a warm welcome. I'm not sure he actually reloaded that round. There we go. But yeah, that tank shell definitely got their attention. Oh, Falcon just got blasted! Oh! Oh, damn! Alright, the Bohemian tank already getting a lick in. Falcon is now smithereen. Spartan's on him, though. He'll start bandaging. Yeah, tank shell's hurt. And let me just make sure this gunner is reloading every round. He is. Alright. That's what we want to see him doing. Falcon probably has a PSG-9, or PSG-1, which is a German sniper rifle, if I remember correctly, but the Canadian Special Forces do use it. I just heard AT get used on the tank. She is hit.
Getting hit.
And there she goes. There goes my precious Bohemian tank. Oh, well. That was, I think Karn did it. He is a rifleman. I'm not seeing his 136. So, you know, we tried. Meanwhile, Makarov crawling around. Tempestal's right next to him. But this is the fog of war.
I don't know, I'm a medic. I'm just a rifleman.
So Mirwell Makarov still back here. I think they're listening to their local comms of a squad, trying to see what's going on. I do hope the squad set new radio frequencies other than 50, 60, 70, blah, 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 because otherwise Makarov will be able to listen to everything. And this Vic is being brought down to the south now. I think he might have spotted that van. Oh, he's on a thermal scope. He spotted Tempestal, so he's trying to line up a shot. Oh yeah, Tempestal's going for that van. If Makarov were to just stay up here, he'd have a perfect shot at Tempestal. But now that they've spotted that exit, Vic, I mean, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect here. We still have some riflemen back here.
Medic, I need you next to the bomb.
So Medic is still working on Falcon. Ooh, he looks pretty messed up. I just heard a distant explosion. That wasn't that vehicle. Okay. Makarov now trying to move up. Trying to get a shot on that van.
Just got shot.
Not sure what's going on with Tempestal here. He's getting in the driver's seat.
Next to the bomb, can you see me on the map?
I think that Vic's screwed. That or either Makarov or Mirwell have been taking pot shots at him. Mirwell also picked up... Nope, he still has his suppressed gun. Okay. So Tempestal's trying to bank right.
Yeah, it's kicking off right now.
I'm going to quickly come over here, check this vehicle just to see what's going on.
That T-72 didn't really like me.
These guys trying to line up a shot, but Mirwell... Nope, he missed Tempesto running through the open field. Not giving me the stats. I'd have to get in the driver's seat, but... Yeah, I should stay invisible, so I won't know, but they're gonna come up and check this Vic. So we'll know, because if it's still working, that'll give him an escape vector, but Tempesto clearly running away from it. I don't think he took contact, though, so I think the Vic is just damaged. Probably from the marksman up here and whatnot. These guys are all still exchanging fire. That photo's still right there. And it looks like some of them have run up and gotten over here. It looks like they brought the technical around. And yeah, the tugboats are right there, ready to go. So even though Makarov and Mirwell are getting up to their escape... Yeah, no, that Vic is fucked. And it would be cheating for me to heal it, but they've got to find a different exit vector here. But the chase is on. Makarov can't use third person. Unless you're in a vehicle, you can't use third person. But the red 4 players, it was Makarov, Kavasius, and Mirwell. Kavasius, unfortunately, was killed by a 50 cal on one of the 2 technicals. And we have someone else that's dead over here. It's another player. He must have bled out. Yeah, these guys checking this Vic. Unfortunately, it's been shot to shit, so they're going to have to find something else. So now it's just a matter of how are these guys going to rally. They're probably talking with the people at Escape. They might get thrown off here because I have 2 BKMs on each dock and then none over there, so that could confuse them. Let's see, Mirwell's still in this Vic. Okay, no, he's sitting in the back. Yeah, so Makarov was messaging me thinking it was an Arma thing, but no, that Vic was already damaged. That's why I checked. So these guys are running up, checking the tugs. What I will do, though, is give him a quad. Because by now, Blue 4 is already moving to the escape. Tempesto has been sprinting the entire time. That's amazing. But I do have to give him a quad, because otherwise it's going to be a slow walk. So these guys just have to get to their Vics. There's already people defending. So now the real PvP of this operation is going to go. But let me explain why I gave Makarov and Mirwell the quad. They would literally spend 20 to 30 minutes walking around. And that wouldn't be any fun for the players here. It's funny though, Kavasius is still alive. He's on Op 4 Dead Island. But now Blue 4 is pretty much going to set up an ambush here. We have Z Atomic in a boat. It's a shame he didn't die though, because I really wanted to spawn the Chad vehicle here. But Blue 4, they're all going to get mounted, go to the boats. They have to at this point, because that's where Makarov's going to go. But I hope they spread out their forces accordingly, because if they don't, then Makarov will have easy pickings with his sniper. I don't know how much ammo he still has left, but still a big chunk. So they're back here. They're probably going to make a decision. And the Masked Hunter continues to move on. Tempest, I still cannot believe he's walked this entire distance. But we still have some of the players back here. They're just clearing around. I don't really think they know what's going on. I didn't recall what the new ground net was. But it looks like they're also cable tying Joe and moving up, probably because he went AFK. And yep, they're just going to be mounting into VIX and moving on to the final area. So I'm curious to see what Makarov is planning. I think he might try to go on the northern bank, thinking that Blue Force had enough time to find the intel and see his escape vector. Yeah, let's quickly switch to that. 76 Tax 6. He might try to just do some sniping actions, thinking that since Blue 4 has already seen where his escape vector is, he might just act as an independent sniper team. So this will be interesting, because Blue 4... Let me actually do some math here on the slots here. There are 40 people on the server, minus my Zeus slot, 39. We had a full server, and that was 44 slots. So there's already been about 4 or 5 Blue 4 deaths. But 40 minus 4 essentially is 36. So there's 36 Blue 4 players left. They have the end position camped. So how is Makarov and Mirwell going to rack up 36 kills? This is interesting. Oh, Blue 4 Vic is now moving on its own on the left flank. I think they're going to go for Overwatch positions. Makarov's quad bike, he's stopped in the forest, possibly make another plan. His quad bike a little damaged. He probably hit something, probably stopping for medical. But I'm willing to bet that this vehicle is going to come around and probably try to camp this area. Meanwhile, Cavasius, I'm a little concerned with. If he starts firing, I'm going to kick him from the server because he's dead already, but... I'm going to teleport over. This is a little suspicious.
Probably gonna want to go to the fucking escape position in this place.
And see the smoke trail over there from the quad bike.
So he will be going.
Alpha pass marked.
I mean, it could be coincidence. However,
I mean, the escape to the east is fucked, so...
it's kind of suspicious when a random Blue Force squad decides to stop in the middle of an area. I see 3 dots on it, though, so I think they're just following those.
We don't know if that's the only escape route. There could easily be many more.
If Matt keeps going south, if he passes this area, I'm gonna say, no, you can't go to the airfield.
Well, I was going like from
Alfred lead still effective, full men.
Makarov's mom.
That's nice. Shouldn't really matter.
I think he's now taking a left here, excuse me. But why the wide berth?
Like we're about to strip search you.
What are we doing?
Once we're on
Frost,
the north side of the road,
do you need
we
a new
should
barrel?
probably go to Kuki.
New barrel.
And like I said, if he passes this area, then I know, but he might just be trying to get a very wide berth here.
Alpha's only got that black fan.
But like I said, if I was in his shoes, knowing that Blue 4 was already deployed on this position, I would head up
Don't know if High's on this net.
to an Overwatch
So-
position.
Into the van.
Where are we
I
going?
mean, why not just blow 'em up? The town of Kuki. Maybe drive them out into the water and then to the end.
I know what he's trying to do. So, fun facts. I debated giving Blue 4 an LAV because that's something in their repertoire for the Canadian Special Forces, but he might be trying to go for the transport. There, but that also gives a hint to Blue 4 where the position is. But notice they immediately turned around, so they knew where they were going. But I'm not going to let them cheese this. Holy, the Canadian government doesn't use Bradleys, at least from what my research was. At least the Special Forces don't. So we'll see. Meanwhile, these guys are now going up the left flank. I can now delete a lot more bodies. I'm not going to delete the T-72 chassis. Sometimes the server has a little panic attack when I do stuff like that. But it looks like auto cleanup actually deleted the chassis itself, so... Unless that's it right there. Yeah. You make PvP, make sure it's at least a little bit fair. Karn's squad is all the way back there, I don't know why. But meanwhile, you have all these guys crawling around. You got the tugs brought to shore. I mean, look at just all of the defensive lines here. Makarov is going to have to get through so much. He does have a suppressed sniper rifle, though, so I see him picking off a few people. But at the same time, he's got a lot of stuff against him here. I don't know how he's going to be able to get through this, but I'm hoping for a miracle. But he's doing exactly as I predicted here. He's going to get on these far hills. I believe they are both suppressed. Yep, so sniper-spotter duo. And now it's going to be who can spot who first. Makarov has the advantage because he has a thermal built-in scope. And you've got a lot of people watching every direction here. We have something you want, Makarov? Want to make a deal? They might try to make a deal for Z Atomic so Makarov can get his Chad vehicle. Talk to me on the FedEx you stole. Because they did kill Cavazia, so they would have his FedEx. And they have Cavazia. He's just dancing over here. I'm surprised no one spotted him yet. I mean, why would they look at that vector, but at the same time... Silver, meanwhile, swimming across. He is a machine gunner, so he could lone wolf this. But Mirwell and Makarov are coming up. And we still have these infantry groups. Looks like these guys are moving back. They're going to go grab their van. And now, this is where the real PvP is going to end up. For roleplay's sake, these are tweets. Fuck's sake. So Silver putting himself at a really good advantage here because he will be able to hear suppressed shots. So it's going to be up to Mirwell to cover Makarov as he snipes. Because if he doesn't, then, Silver's going to basically get 2 shots here. But those suppressed shots and the loud shots from Silver Dragon's gun will give away Makarov's plan if he's not careful. But Silver, unfortunately, again, fog of war, they don't know they're right on top of each other. I think Silver's going for that building. Turns a little to the right, but does not see them. And instead, he just went into this building. No, he did not. I thought I saw him through the window. He is now going... on a completely different direction as Mirwell and Makarov step their sniper's position. So maybe after the suppressed shots are heard, Silver might come back around, but that was a major missed opportunity. If only either party had turned a little to the left or right, at the end of the day, this is only going to help Makarov because now he's going to be able to range targets. And this gun is very quiet. But again, if Silver catches wind of those suppressed shots, turns around, actually looks for him, he could get right on top of these two. Because I think they're going to just prioritize on scouting targets and getting data here. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? So Makarov, he's lining up a shot on this group over here. Yeah, they see him. They see him. So they're firing at Dutch Eagle. They drop Dutch Eagle in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, no, he was looking right at Makarov. So these guys have already spotted him. Shots are now being deployed. Z Atomic and friends are shooting at Cavasius. As I figured, Caleb now climbing over the water here, staying submerged. He's going to try to come up and hit these guys. Makarov took a few shots. He's bandaging in the open, tried to jump off that ridge a bit. I'm wondering if they're going to coordinate with Silver, but no, Silver is just back here. Meanwhile, this group still back here looking around. Maybe they spotted Silver, at least Lucky did. He's looking right at that building. But Mirwell now pulling back, possibly to get the quad. Makarov also backing off because he has Kalem, who is known for going off and ending PvP plays in TSB. He's going to try to go on his own and challenge that, but Makarov is going for more. So what is Kalem's loadout here? He is equipped with... He's taking a Russian gun. But he's put his ACOG on it. Ay, ay, ay. So yeah, that's messy. But I think Mirwell's going back to get the quad bike. Makarov's trying to come in to get a few more licks. Meanwhile, Medic has pulled Dutch Eagle back, so he will be able to get him mediced up. But it's definitely a dangerous play. Garand, he does see something in the water over there. Trying to PID it with his thermal sight. But Kalem is now ashore. And very close to Makarov's position. Mirwell, meanwhile... No, he is going to go off on his own. He might try to go around and flank as Makarov gets more sniper shots in. Kalem checking his inventory. He does have to be careful. Meanwhile, a Vic is coming in, probably filled with a few infantry, and they're going to start sweeping for Makarov. Another Vic also coming and taking a left. They might intercept Mirwell in transit here. And now you have Makarov firing another barrage. Looks to be minimally effective. Are they driving a boat? They're taking one of the tugboats. They're taking both tugboats. And meanwhile, Kalem running up to Makarov's position. This is GG, folks. Ran up and cable tied him! Oh! Oh! Beautiful. What a beautiful play. I don't know about that. Fair and square. Mirwell might come back to save him. I mean, he... Technically, like, Kalem had the jump on Makarov. Sure, he did the cable tie slap-on trick, but...
We've got him.
In the gym.
Wait, is this Makarov?
Yes, it's Makarov. Bandage him.
If Kalem just shot him in the back twice in the head, that would have knocked him out, and Makarov clearly was still focused on sniping, so...
Pulse, give him blood.
Yeah, no, he, That's fair in my opinion. He's not gonna bleed out though. They're
By the way, Makarov, you missed everything.
I'd get the van ready to go.
So he took quite a few hits here, but they're gonna get him fully bandaged.
The medic.
This reminds me of when we had the PvP up where I was with Bloodwayne and they captured what is going on?
I fucking handcuffed him so when he wakes up he should be in prison.
People are shooting at other people. That's confusing everybody. But again, it reminded me of when Bloodwayne and I were getting captured by the players. I thought that was fun. So this is just one of those events again, but, you know, told differently. Oh, okay, no, I think they're celebrating, just shooting up in the air, I guess.
Whoever's next to me.
Mirrorwell's still back here, sticking in a tree, because he is concerned. He knows he's the last one left, so I think he thought he was getting shot at. They do need an actual medic to come up to bandage him, but we do have Luxy right here.
Are you a medic?
And they just cable-tied Infidel for shooting out in the blue.
I don't fucking have blood. I'm not a medic.
So everyone's getting mounted up now. They're going to pull back.
We need a medic.
Tempestal's still staying on the back.
Yeah,
They're not the government.
Dan's coming. He's coming. Yeah, we got Mac.
He's good enough. Get him out of here.
Cool. Stabilizing him.
Stabilize. Check his pulse. No pulse. Oh shit, that's not good actually.
Yeah, that's what fucking looked at.
Okay, it's a pulse. Let's go. It's a pulse. I'm taking him.
Alright, so they gave Makarov a pulse. They're lifting him up.
On the way.
Mustache.
Yeah, we have a car.
Mirrorwell just staying back here.
I'm carrying him all the way back to the airfield.
I think he sees that.
It's only 3 clicks. Yeah, get me a vehicle, please.
Yes, we have a vehicle right here.
There it is.
And there's the Vic now coming up. Mirrorwell deciding it's safe to move.
Check who the driver is. Wait, put him in.
Check who the driver is. That's a good call by Skelly.
Let me in. I'm in. Let's go. Get to base.
In my opinion, it was good calls by both Op4 and Blue4 here. It's just Blue4 was able to deploy a lot more infantry. Makarov needed to focus on trying to escape a little sooner. But I will say, I mean, this was rigged against Op4 from the start. You know, just to be a nice little fun thing. But for what went down, I think both sides played it really well. So we're still going to have Mirrorwell come in. Let's see if Mirrorwell can escape. All eyes are on him now. Players think it's up and done because they have the primary objective. That's perfectly okay, but I'm still curious. So we see Big Duncan on the right. Oh my gosh. He's going to run right into him. No, he spotted him. Big Duncan getting left behind and dropped. Mirrorwell doesn't realize that he's the only one. Quickly double taps him. I don't think he took a single injury from that. Yeah, I'm not seeing any blood. Mirrorwell's gonna run up now. Gets a cable tie on him.
This is mine.
Meanwhile, I don't know what's going on here. I think they're changing drivers. I think they moved him just so they could get him packed. It looked like his cable tie was out for a second. Yeah, and he was set to blue 4. I don't know how he did that, but... Just heard another shot go off. Don't know what that was about. Now you have Mirrorwell coming around. He's going to try to kill whoever's in this boat. That would be Silver Dragon. I think Infidel was in the boat with him. So Mirowell could potentially escape here. Looks like he is treating himself, though. Probably armored himself on the stairs. Wanker here. And now these guys are coming in. They're going to sweep the remaining buildings. Probably from a report by Duncan. It's always these last fights in the corner, man. Mirowell, if he sees the boat's been moved over here, he's going to know something's up. But I think Silver's trying to camp the boat. He does have prone. He does have the MGO sight. So it's going to be a little hard to aim it. But if he can line it up, he can get it. Oh, and he turns away at the worst possible time. Hold up, he might have spotted him. Did he? No! Mirowell somehow spots him. Silver, what were you doing? You had it! You had it! There was a hesitation as Mirowell lined up the shot. Silver was looking right at that position. Mirowell now breaching this building, thinking there's more. How do you screw that up? Hey, Mirowell? Can you make your escape so I can index? If you don't mind. Alright, so I'm telling him to index here. But I think he's heard this vehicle. So he's he's gonna end up getting attacked by a squad. I'm trying to get him to just leave. Makarov's still alive. He's captured though. So now it's just the hunt for Mirowell. Runs up, gets some shots on Rich, knocks Rich down. Grenadier round goes off nearby. Actually, it landed by me. Makarov now getting suppressed by these rounds. One goes off close by. He's pulling back. Devincer is a medic, though. He will be able to get Rich up. Might find Silver Dragon. And now we have these two guys. It's Joe and Stewie running up. They're going to see a friendly body right here. Meanwhile, Giant taking shots on Mirowell here. Mirowell's boxed in. He's got Karn on his right. Throws a grenade. Gets it right on Giant. That was probably some sort of stun. He is now camping the back over here. Manages to knock Giant down. He's now getting shot by Karn on the rear, and Mirowell goes down. And he kills himself. All right.
Captured one hand enemy.
Mirowell.
The mission has been completed. Loyal till the end, taking out a few more forces with him. All right, let's go hit up the index here in the debrief.
Last second.
I am
Liru.
glad that I managed to be a detective.
Had you ended the mission 5 seconds later, I would have bled out. I died in the black and white screen.
Oh my god.
Also, IDEP events were ultimate cock.
So the reason that IDAT-Ben was screwed, I checked it before you guys checked it, but Tempesto ran up, tried to check it too. Ems drove it up to where a marksman team was on the water tower, and they shot the shit out of it. So that's why it was ditched there. But overall, hope you guys had fun with this operation. I thought it was fun to watch you guys all do stuff. Let's have Blue 4 Alpha through Echo debrief, and then we'll have Op 4 debrief. So Alpha, go ahead.
Alpha sort of followed people at the start there. We heard people were running west and no one else was moving west. We moved west, found nothing. Then we sort of narrowed down someone onto a peninsula, slowly moved in behind the rest of the squads, trying to corner them off. And then we killed Mirrorwell in the end, which was pretty fun. Only gripe is listen to your fucking squad leader. If I tell you we're moving one way, don't just run off because you think you hear gunfire. That's not how this is going to work, especially with Op 4 aggressors. Like, you're going to get domed and then that be the end. Good job for the rest of the squads though, switching nets and shit was fun. I like that. Bravo?
I was there for the first 15 minutes. Told my squad to go north. Everybody just didn't follow me, so unknowingly I went alone into a squad and died. And no one ever came to pick me up. And when someone did, it was already way too fucking late. So someone else can have Bravo, whoever actually led something.
So when Yanni walked off is when, well, he didn't really walk off. He was doing as he was told. And we tried going that way, Yanni. Unfortunately, 2 of the other guys got shot that were trying to follow you. I got stuck behind a building with an auto rifleman, which was fun.
Just real quick to interrupt, the reason Yanni got cut off was he went down to a barn at the worst possible second because there was a fire team that moved up on his left and one at his right and completely cut him off from the rest of his force. And it just became a pretty nasty flank to deal with, so that's why.
Okay.
I don't know what happened the entirety of the op. I saw an ATV, I guess, was what I saw. I don't know. I went through my thermal binocs, saw something moving fast through the forest, called it out. Went to go search to see if they dismounted at all. After like 600 meters, we walked back, grabbed our Vic, flanked behind, and put when we found Makarov, put him in the Vic. I don't know how the hell you can fall out of a Vic handcuffed when the door's closed.
Through the window.
Yes, the window was closed. Good try.
So good close.
That was definitely fucking closed, especially where you were.
Well, clearly I was outside.
Makarov, come on.
It's an Arma glitch. It's not hard to glitch yourself out of a vehicle, Makarov.
Not
You
hard
know
to kill
better.
somebody with a Arma glitch too. Debrief.
That's why I shot you in the fucking face when you got out of the car, so you'd be knocked out and you couldn't do it again. Charlie.
Charlie, team lead. We went into the town from the southeast and just pushed. We stuck together. Nothing, no complaints to the squad. You guys listened to squad lead and team lead, and stuck together well. So yeah, no complaints. Della.
Delta pretty much did their own thing for most of it. We didn't go with where everybody else went. We the first objective we went from the northwestern side, where nobody else was. I guess that kind of bit us in the ass when we got friendly fired a little bit. So that was a bit interesting. But after that, we went down to the docks. We were first people there. We tried to disable the boats with the 50s. That didn't work, so we just set up some defenses there and waited for everybody else to get there. Squad did all right. No complaints with the squad. Too bad we kept to see Atomic. Would have loved seeing that lovely vehicle. But otherwise, yeah, had fun. Echo.
Echo was the exact opposite of what I would call organized. Operated pretty much completely independent of all the other squads. In the first town, we killed Cavassius and made sure he would not wake up, and found the intel. Cleared out some more buildings, bumbled around the woods to the north, doubled back, got our van, and went to the enemy evac point. Set up defenses there. Saw Makarov across the river and pursued and captured him. I have no complaints from my squad. Everybody did well. I'm done.
Up for
Who?
Up for
Bad guys.
We started. We sat around, waited. You started shooting from some very weird side. You for some reason came in from the right. We could see, I don't know what squad that is, but we could see all of your backs pointing towards the town, so we just lit you up. I downed 2-3 guys. Cavassius got a few with grenade launcher. And then Cavassius got one tapped in the head by something, which was very sad. He wouldn't wake back up after that, so we had to leave him because he had already reached his building. I could hear Skelly's voice screaming. Yeah.
It was a 50 cal from the north that got a perfect eye on, just bowled him into face.
I figured nothing else would have killed him in a single shot, because we had Riz after all. So yeah, we went off. We moved around the forest. We weren't planning on leaving anything. We were just having fun. So we snack up here and there. Mirwell killed a few people. I killed one of the vehicle driving around Gunner. I think Mirwell killed another vehicle, disabled them. Then we decided that we were going to go back in and try to rescue Quasius, but when the Caleb started talking Quasius' radio, it was obvious that Quasius wasn't alive anymore. So yeah, we decided to go and leave instead. At first our plan was going to go to the airfield and assault it, taking whatever we can find and leave, but Liru didn't allow that, sadly. So we had to turn our back around and drive up to the boats. Once we got to the boats, we obviously knew you were there already because there was a huge map in our building stating where to go to escape. So we went out, we started looking around, seeing who we could kill. Mirwell tried to move around because he had an AK while I sat up myself on a house and just shot at whoever was there. I downed 2 people, obviously didn't kill them because, yeah, you cannot kill anybody without a timer. Yeah. Then somebody sneak up on me. For half a second, I thought it was friendly because he had the same camo as us, but obviously there cannot be no friendlies close by. So I opened fire, and he used a glitch where you can handcuff people from half the map across. So I obviously couldn't shoot him, and then when I was handcuffed, he shot me to death.
I was in front of you.
Well, yes.
Less than a meter, like I was humping you at that point.
Well, yes, we were shooting each other, and then I'm handcuffed.
You missed everything.
Well, I was handcuffed.
You missed everything.
So my official, okay. He had to jump on you. He decided to move up and handcuff you. Any other situation, if I didn't give him handcuffs, he would have just mag dumped you in the back of the head because he was there for a good like 5 to 10 seconds and just snuck up on you. So
I shot at him. I was
you
shooting
missed.
at him as I was. Of course I miss. I have an SVD. I shoot 2 bullets. I don't have time to hit both bullets, and if I do, he wouldn't have died. Of course, it's but obviously.
All right, little bit of salt. No other streams from me today. I might do something late tonight because D&D might not happen. But I'm gonna spend today. I'm gonna upload a video probably around 3:30. But I'm gonna go have a meal first because I haven't eaten anything. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little joke operation. Thanks for all the subs, Twitch, follows, whatever the heck they're called, donations. I was just too focused. Otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go up, rep. I'm getting tongue-tied. Damn it. See you next time. Let's go with that.